Welcome to We Are Soccer. Today, I'm lucky enough to be joined by Larry and Matt, Freedom United FC's coaching staff, as they're going to be heading down to the TST 7v7 tournament that starts later this week. This is a huge tournament. I've looked at the roster you guys have. I'm buzzing for it. You got to be excited. The players have to be excited. Before we jump in, welcome to We Are Soccer.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Tom. We're proud to be here, and we're just as excited. We just got out of a training session with Freedom United, and the boys are flying around the field just like we did at the Airforce Academy. So we're pretty excited. They made the job real tough for us two coaches, 7v7 with 20 players, and but they did their job. They made it tough.
That's awesome. All right, so tell me a little bit about the team, how it came together, what it stands for. It's Air Force, it's military. Tell us a little bit about the team, because this is what really appealed to me for your team.
Yeah, it's a real special concept. These boys are, most of them, the founders of the team, all Air Force Academy graduates. And just like Coach Friend and I, both of us played men's soccer and coached at the Air Force Academy. And these gentlemen saw the opportunity for TNT and said, hey, let's put a team together that's going to play for something bigger than itself. Most of the teams are talking about the $1 million, and what these guys have, they made a vision, a mission statement, and it's like, hey, let's talk about coming off Memorial Day. Let's honor all of those that served. And they're like, let's do this. So they put together, we've got 14 of the 22 of us with the two coaches that are Air Force Academy soccer players. Wow. Either played all 4 years at the Academy, and lots of MLS draft picks from that roster, all Americans, pro players. And then we mixed in a few of our civilian buddies. And we like to joke that the way the United States is set up, it's civilian control of the military. So we got 3-time All-American, Herman Trophy semifinalist, 3-time national champion, guy named Tomas from Stanford. And he brings a lot of experience. We've got multiple other players that the guys are currently playing with around the country. They're playing in leagues since they've graduated from the Air Force Academy. And a lot of our Air Force Academy graduates just came off of something called the All Armed Forces Services, or soccer tournaments. So the Air Force puts together a team for the entire 700,000 people in the Air Force. They pick a team and they compete against the Navy, the Army, the Marines, and so forth. So our boys are just coming off some pretty serious training, and they won the gold medal in that. So we're pretty excited. But really, this is about, talking about, just like the name says, freedom and united. And it's a really special week because this Thursday we're celebrating the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
Right. That is right. That is awesome. That you guys have done a phenomenal job putting this team together, because as you just said, some of the players on this roster, man, you got Tucker Bone, Thomas Hillard Arce, Stanley Alves, Alexander Dexter, Austin Aviza. Like, these players have been drafted into the MLS. They've played MLS. They've played USL Championship. Your roster is stocked full of players who are absolute studs and look like they are stand-up human beings as well.
I'll tell you what, though, the amazing thing about these guys is their humility. I mean, we had our first training session yesterday, and they met each other for the first time, immediately blended, got to know each other. They said, I might not know you, but I know soccer. But every one of these guys that we've talked to before they got here, just so humble and so proud to be a part of this.
Man, oh man, that is awesome to hear. So let me ask, guys, have preparations been going all right? Because there's some small rule tweaks that are a little bit different from 11v11 and the normal 5v5 that we're used to playing here in America. 7v7, kick-ins, no throw-ins. The game needs to end on a goal. Have you guys been kind of studying, watching games from last year, talking about this as a team?
Yeah, we watched a lot of games, especially Hoosier Army, since they're in our bracket. And we watched Newtown since they won it last year and did a phenomenal job. And we got a real sharp learning curve, but it's a great group of guys, and they got a lot of passion for the game. So they're solving problems immediately on the field. They got a high soccer IQ. So they're working together to figure this game out as quick as possible. It's just fun watching how quickly they blended. Even at lunch, they all mixed up in the tables, the military guys and the civilian guys. And just fun for Coach Matt and I to see.
That's awesome. The funny thing is, I tell kids this all the time. You don't need to know anybody's name. You don't need to know anybody. It's the beautiful game. We can all come together and blend over it. And I have no doubt with the soccer IQ that you guys have on that team, they were able to do that, and you guys are going to go far. Listen, I've got to ask a couple more questions. Is there one team in the tournament that you're thinking, you know what? If we get through the group stage, I really hope we play against that team because they've got a professional player or former pro? Or is there one team you guys are like, I really want to play against them?
I think Coach Larry and I may differ on this, so I'm going to defer to him first.
There were definitely some teams we didn't want to play in group play. I'll say that much.
Okay.
But once we get out of group play, which we hope we can accomplish, I'd say some of the guys, we just saw Nani playing after us on the field. I think some guys would like to go against them. Me personally, I probably like to go against Bayern Munich if I can get that chance.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know Pat McAfee's a fan of our military.
Yep.
And we're sometimes your best defense is a good offense, and I like to take down CONCAFA. I want to go after Pat McAfee.
Oh,
he's a great guy. He's pushing the tournament really well. Looking forward to meeting him and introducing him to some of our guys on the team. But yeah, that's the team I'd like to take down.
That is awesome. There's a couple of teams in this tournament that you look at and you go, oh my word. There's one Sire 7. They've got 7 or 8 players who played multiple years in the Premiership in England. You've got Sergio Aguero, as you said, Nani's playing. This tournament is something to be proud of to be in, and I have no doubt you guys are going to do well. All right, I got to ask, based on the last answer, give me a team we're hoping to avoid. Once we get through the group stage, boys, for Freedom United FC, who's one we're thinking we hope we don't see them, and if we do, it's in that final?
It's all you, Coach.
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, like you said, there's so many power teams in this thing. It's gotten so big. I mean, I think the guys were a little wide-eyed this morning, just getting checked in, walking through the fields, and I'm doing a really good job avoiding your question.
I think the bottom line is in what we've seen in training and this experience is the defending champs are going to be tough because they've been here. The field has expanded to 48 teams, and they've played 8 games last year. They've got experience, so we'd like to meet them in the final.
Oh, that's it. I love it. Okay. Gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for your time. It means a lot for us here at We Are Soccer. I wish you all the best in the tournament. We are going to be following along. I cannot wait to see Freedom United FC out there with the studs you have on that team and how you go into this tournament. So thank you for joining, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.